wants to close more business, right? That's what everybody wants. That's why we're all out here. It's why we continually push further, faster, harder. Let's keep working it. So my goal today is to give you a couple tips, a couple tactics that I use to close more business. Because let's be candid, if you are not closing business, chances are you're losing business. So first question I have for you is, how many sales calls do you want to be aimed for each and every week? How many sales calls are you looking for on a weekly basis? Because you've got to aim for something. My goal is 2 sales calls. If I hit 2 sales calls every single week, I know by the end of the year, I will reach my goals. I will get the results that I'm looking for. But you've got to start with that goal. So how many sales calls are you aiming for each and every week? Go ahead, type it in. I'd love to hear. So as you're going through these sales calls, you have to do certain things to get better results. And the first thing I want you to do, write this down. It's very important. Shut up, okay? The first thing you've got to do in sales is stop talking so much and start asking questions. See, you are paid based on the information you get, not the information you give. So asking questions is how you get information. No one cares about how much you know. What they care about is their problems, what they're struggling with. So you've got to become great at asking questions. That's the first thing I look for when it comes to sales is, are you a good question asker? Because if you're not, chances are things are taking way too long and you get stuck presenting everything when the prospect doesn't care about what you're talking about. So that's why number 1 is you've got to become great at asking questions. So the second thing I do when it comes to a sales call is I go for the no, right? Not every call should be a yes. Not every call is qualified to be one of your clients, and that's okay. So stop looking for reasons why they should qualify, why they should be a client, because I'm telling you, your brain is super smart. It's super smart. And if you're asking your brain, hey, why should this person be my client? Why should they be my client? Your brain's going to say, I will tell you why. Because you are handsome and you are good at what you do and you can solve great problems, right? Your brain is super smart. So you've got to stop asking your brain why they should be a client and start asking your brain, start asking yourself why they shouldn't. See, if you get better at disqualifying people, get better at figuring out why is this not a good fit, 1, you're going to have better clients because the clients you have are going to be more qualified. They're going to align with your core values and what you want to do. Whereas when you're asking yourself, why should I do business? Why are we a good fit? And you're getting all those answers, you are going to get stuck going down a rabbit hole of all these different things that you could do, but should you? Should you? See, saying no to a deal is really hard, right? It is. Because we all like closing deals. We all like making more money, but it's not always the best thing for the company. Just today, I had an opportunity that we said no to. Not that they didn't want to do business with us, but we couldn't come to agreeable terms on both sides. And that's okay, because you get to build the business you want, not the business that you're given, because you're not given anything. You have to create it. So you've got to go for the no. Stop trying to qualify everybody and understand that a no is as good, if not better, than a yes, especially if they're going to be a crappy client. If you're already having trouble with someone, getting them on the phone, getting them to respond, connecting with them, what makes you think they're going to change when they pay you? Chances are they won't. So disqualify people. It will help you immensely. All right, so I've got to ask you, who's leading the conversation? And how do you know? Are you the one leading the conversation? And how do you know? Type it in. Who's leading? See, here's the crazy thing about sales. The person who is talking is not necessarily the person who's leading the conversation. The person who's leading the conversation is the person who's getting their questions answered. So if you want to lead a sales call, you've got to become great. Back to step number 1, at asking questions, because that's how you lead a sales call. You ask questions to uncover, what are they struggling with? What are they working on? Where do they need help? What have they tried to do to uncover this? The internet will give you enough information to solve all the world's problems. All of them are on the internet, if you have enough time to find them. See, that's where your value as a salesperson comes from. Not from being all-knowing, but having all that information up here and wrapping it around your prospect's problem and providing them with a potential solution. See, that's the value in a salesperson. People hire me not because I'm great at cold calling. They hire me because I'm great at helping wrap my experience around their products and services. And we build a system together that will get more clients, right? It's a different way to look at it. All comes through asking questions. That's how you lead the conversation. So the third thing I want to encourage you to use to close more business is what I call the T close or a thermometer close. See, people are not binary, yes or no, right? Most of the time, people don't think in that terminology. They don't think yes or no, especially when it comes to buying. We think in shades of gray. We think in gradients. So a thermometer close is a way to help someone express where they're at in their decision-making process without going too deep. So, for example, very first date with my amazing wife, Emily, I used the thermometer close. We were watching the movie Finding Nemo, a great flick for a first date. So we're hanging out, watching this movie. And it's towards the end. We've been talking the whole time. And I said, so Emily, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 is, who is this creep and when can I get the hell out of here? And 10 is, oh my gosh, this guy is really cool. If he asked me out, I would totally go out with him. So I asked her that, and she said it 9. And said, after that, I said, so would you go out with me? And she said yes. And now we have 3 kids and we're married and things are amazing. See, that all happened because I gave her a way to judge before asking the yes or no question, right? If she had said a 7 or a 6, I would not have asked her out, right? I would have taken it down a different road. So I want to encourage you guys, use this thermometer close. It's a way to get information about where they're at in their buying process. So you could say something like, so on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 is, Justin, you are the most annoying person I've ever met, and I never want to see you again. And 10 is, Justin, you are the most annoying person I've ever met, and I love it. And I can't wait to spend more time together. What would you say, right? So you give them a gradient and then you get more information and you can figure out where are we going based on this gradient, right? So that is one way to get out of this binary thinking that we're all programmed with. We all want yes and no answers, but we hate giving yes and no answers. So don't force them. Use the thermometer close. It works like magic. It is so much fun. And the great thing is you get to pick the top and low. You can make it real easy to get a 10 or real easy to get a 1. Depends how you word it. So that comes with practice though. Go out and practice. So I've got to ask you guys, what is going on in your world that you would like help with? What questions would you like answered? So that is my request for today. Share right now. Tap, 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 tap. What would you like answered? What questions do you have and how can I help you? So as you're going through life, remember, this is all about helping people. Sales is all about helping people. You must love people to be great at sales. My personal opinion. Now, as you're going through, one of the things we recommend is you've got to have a sequence for following up, and you've got to become a machine. If you'd like our blueprint on how we do that for companies, how we help companies, do #blueprint. We'll put a little link in there where you can download it for free. It's a 15-page workbook designed to help you build the same processes that we build for our clients. And so if I can help you with anything, you just have to reach out and ask. And we are here to help and support you. And with that said, I love you guys. I appreciate you. If you need me, you got to call me, baby. All right. Have a great day. We'll talk to y'all next week.